everyone, this is Buzz again, and I have a little tank mod that I came up with that I thought I would share with everyone. I call it the Triple T tank mod. Tough tank tube, or tough tube tank, however you want to say it. This is the end caps are off of a DCT tank. They're all over the place. They call them different names, but they're all the same thing. This is the stainless ones, and I believe I said it was the 3 mil, but I can't remember if I did. It's the 3 mil tank, the small tank, and it's a piece of crap. You know, it's okay, it works, but it's the thin-walled. It cracks. You can crack it fairly easy when you're taking it apart to clean it and that kind of stuff. But they're cheap also, so I mean, you get what you pay for. What this outside is the shell, I guess we'll call it, is 7/8 inside diameter clear PVC tube, and it's a food grade, and I got that from Flexible. What's that called? The page. Let's look here. I'm not very prepared. Let's see. FlexPVC.com, and if you look around on that site, you'll see the flexible PVC tubing. They got a bunch of stuff on there, and this is food grade. And the research I done on the food grade PVC was there used to be a carcinogen in this stuff, and the FDA made them take that out of there. And guess what? The chemical they used to replace the chemical that they took out was PG, the same stuff that we're vaping with. That's a pretty cool thing, huh? So I'm assuming that it's food grade. The temperature ranges that we're going to have it at is well in the limits of what this is supposed to have. And I cut it so I had a little bit sticking out. I just held the caps on there and put one on, and I put it down and guessed about where it would be, and then I cut it off and I put the bottom cap on. And to get the caps on, I put it in some warm water, not super hot where it'll burn your fingers, but good and hot, and that made the PVC tubing a little more pliable. And I worked the caps in there, and they are in there. So you can see, you can squeeze it. There's just a touch of juice in there, but it won't leak. See there, that thing. You heard me throw it on the floor. It will not come apart, no matter what you do. You don't have to worry about it cracking. It's tubing. See, it's kind of thick. I guess if it was something somebody sold, it would probably have some ledges that came over and covered the edge of that up. But for what I want, it works really great. I made it so it fit the cartomizer real well. So I'm maximizing my volume for my juice. This little screw here is an Allen cap screw. I'm looking for a thumb screw, something that would have some ridges on it that you could grip a little better. Sometimes you got to use the right size Allen wrench. Let me get one. I've got a little Allen wrench kit. The one that fits it is a 3 millimeter. Happens to be on this one, but I actually think it's a metric, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't fit in there very tight. Sometimes when you take it out to get it restarted, because the vinyl, it shrinks a little bit, you gotta get it started with the Allen, then you can turn it with your fingers. But eventually I'll find a regular thumb screw that I can use that'll work better. Maybe something that's made out of vinyl or stainless or aluminum, whatever. This is 3/16 stainless. I went with that because so it wouldn't react with anything. And the screw is dual purpose. There's a few tanks out there. The M1A1 tank from Not-Cigs, they use that. Let's see, Mom and Pop Vapor Shop, they have a little tank that's they use the same kind of deal, and it does dual purpose. It holds up tight against that cartomizer in there and keeps it from sliding around or anything. And also, you take it out and then you can fill it with a syringe, and that works real nice. You don't have to pop the ends off and get it doing all this. And if you want to fill it in your truck while you're sitting at the gas pumps, you can do it real quick, and it works out real well. Let's see, just a nice durable little tank. If you wanted to use a larger cartomizer, you just cut your tubing a little bit longer. It doesn't matter that it's curved from being rolled up. You cut it such a small length, when you put your caps on, it'll be straight. Let's see, I used a fresh razor blade out of a carpenter's knife and carefully cut it so I got a nice straight cut. It has to be a really sharp blade. You can use hose cutters, but I didn't want to spend $10 on a pair of hose cutters for something I'm going to use twice. So however you want to cut it, just something sharp. Probably too tough for a pair of big scissors or something, but any kind of razor blade or knife or whatever's real sharp. And let's see if I can find it real quick. I'll give you a price. I didn't pay that. There it is. I didn't pay that much. You can buy it by the foot. I don't remember if I said, but it's 7/8 inside diameter tubing. And let's find it here. Let's see. Clear tubing by the foot. There's 1/2 inch. Gotta go with that one. Okay, I'll add that to the cart and see what it says. Okay, it's $7 for a foot of this stuff, which isn't a bad price. I mean, if you've got an old tank laying around and you want something to do with it, with the caps, and make yourself a nice tank, there you go. You're all taken care of. Works well. It's kind of fun to build and mess around with. I'm assuming that if you had bigger caps, like off of a 5 or 6 mil or something, you could measure it and buy the same size inside diameter tubing. And by buying, because these are perfectly measured 7/8, and this inside diameter 7/8, and you can see from the edges, I don't know, can't, there you go. You can see it stretches it out because it's the same size, and that's what makes it fit so tight. You can see them seals, the O-ring seals that were in the caps, how smooshed out they are. It fits really tight. It seals up real well. And that's my review, or not really review, but how-to. So everybody vape on, and from me and the travel dog Tauntaun, you have a good evening. Goodbye.